Welcome to Corporals Corner. Today we're going to discuss lateral drift, so stick around. Today I want to talk about something that affects everyone every single day, and that's called lateral drift. So what is lateral drift? Well, lateral drift happens to be when your dominant side of your body takes over, causing you to veer to your left or to your right over a long distance. Now, this is typically noticed when you're doing some sort of land navigation. However, it affects every single person every single day. Now let's think about that. If you can see where you're going, your objective, your house, that lake, stream, river, your car, the hilltop, us as humans are going to go ahead and say, I'm going to take the shortest distance between those 2 points, a straight line, and I'm walking towards it. Now let's go ahead and take away our ability or impede our ability to see that house, your car, your objective, hilltop, river, stream, etc. That's when lateral drift takes over. You think you're walking in a straight line, but the dominant side of your body compensates or overcompensates, causing you to slowly veer to your left or to your right. What factors affect lateral drift? Well, we've already talked about one, your ability to see. Take away your ability to see an object or your objective off in the distance, i.e. your house, the lake, stream, hilltop, and your body's going to overcompensate, causing you to veer left or right. That's number one. Number two would be the terrain. Let's say that you can see your objective off in the distance, but you have to go down into a ravine or a draw, negotiate around a lake or a stream, go into a wooded area, jungle, forest, etc. Now, I know that kind of reflects back on your ability to see. However, it's terrain. Along with terrain, we have ascending, descending, sloping terrain. Anything that will cause your body to overcompensate, lean left or right, you're going to start walking in that direction. What else? Injuries. You have injuries to your extremities, either your arms or your legs. If my arm is in a sling and I'm walking, there's no natural movement here with this arm. If I'm dragging one leg, I might walk in that direction. What else? If one leg is longer than the other, most people, believe it or not, have one leg or one extremity longer than the other. You're going to naturally drift. Another key factor would be your pack. Now, an extremely heavy pack, I don't mean 20 or 30 pounds, we're talking about 60, 70, 80 pounds, you're hunkered over, you're walking like this, or an uneven pack. Think about that. All your weight's on one side, a heavy axe, all your gear is not spread loaded, it's just dumped onto one side, and you're leaning like this or leaning like that to try to overcompensate for it, you're going to naturally drift. Now for the real question. How do we get around or reduce lateral drift? Well, the answer is simple. Get a compass or some sort of GPS device. This compass right here is a base plate compass. It's a Suunto MC2. Got the signal mirror, bezel ring with degrees so you can plot a bearing or an azimuth, magnifying lens, and other features on here as well that we won't get into. It weighs almost nothing, so why not carry it? Now, a lot of people, not a lot, no, let's just say a lot, they claim that they don't need a compass. They don't need anything. For several reasons. One, they grew up in that area, they've been in there for 30 years, and I'll give that to them. If they know the area that well, that's good on them. Other reasons are, well, I can walk any direction in my town or my state for 3-4 miles and I'll hit a road. Great. That's cool too. Both cases though, that's not land navigation. That's walking through your backyard or your neighbor's backyard and knowing where you're going. Other reasons people won't carry a compass, they walk marked trails with signs or cairns, which are large rock piles. Out in the desert, that's one of the famous things is if a trail is washed out, they put rock piles. So you can look, oh look, 100 yards away, there's a rock pile, head into that rock pile. Another 100, 200 yards, and there's the next rock pile, or walk into that rock pile. That's not land navigation either. That's following a marked trail. Regardless for your reason to not carry a compass, lateral drift is real, and I have a small experiment right here to prove it to you. Okay, so here's the experiment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark off a 100-yard distance in an open field. And I'm going to go ahead and put together a couple of things we're talking about. I'm going to take away my ability to see, as well as find a sloping surface, so it's going to be affected by the terrain as well. And at the end of the 100-yard distance, we're going to place a reflector. So I'm going to walk towards that reflector. I'm going to position myself directly in front of the camera, as well as in front of my reflector. I'm going to put my head down as far as I can, walk that distance, and you're going to witness lateral drift in real time. Okay, so there's the reflector. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back off of this. I'm going to try and keep the reflector in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Welcome back. That was educational. You just witnessed lateral drift in real time. Now remember, the number one way to get around or reduce lateral drift is to buy a compass, learn how to use a compass, and carry a compass. Thank you for your comments, views, support. Thanks for watching. I'm going to catch you next time.